cheater, cheater, cheater. Hey, welcome back, guys. I know, I'm sure I got yelled at for the thing I did in the last episode, but I made note. Dead monster terrain. It says draw a random card from a monster deck. Dingus. I got too enthused. Okay, so I'm not going to rewind. I cheated. This campaign's ruined. It's thrown out the door just because of a resource. But we did get the Screaming Antelope deck down to only 2 cards left, so I think the statistical odds of the Horn being one of the last 2 cards wasn't very good. I think I would have gotten it naturally. So hopefully in some other universe where I don't cheat, that's what occurred. Anyway, few things to do here. First of all, I have this set aside. The only other endeavor thing I can think of doing is to, what is it? Scrap scavenge. So we're gonna scavenge for some scrap. Now, I have to admit, I forget, because it's been a day since I've gone on here, since I've made my plan. I don't recall. I do not recall who I was going to send to do that. It was somebody with the survival. I'll just send Bon. We'll have Bon do it. I don't remember who I wanted to do it, but Bon will do it. She gets a 9. And I think that's a scrap. Yeah, Broken Lantern resource. So we need scrap. We're actually kind of low on scrap, and it's going to be important that we start picking some up. So I wanted to do that. I think that's the last resource I'm going to obtain before the next hunt starts. Scrap. Alright, next thing I wanted to do, Ivy Valentine is going to endeavor at the sculpture, and we will forever be able to access sneak attack. And instead of writing stuff that I have down here, it's just so I can quickly copy and search through a pile as I use this, I thought a cool idea would just be to space this out a bunch. It's too far, too many spaces. Let's delete some space. I'm guesstimating here. Okay, that's good enough. I'll do a little more. Okay, that's pretty much it. So sculptures that we own are here, and starting next year, anyone can endeavor and obtain that. I don't think I fixed everybody's sheets yet. I'll do that later. So she has to skip the next hunt. She's too tired from sculpting. She lost her thing, but she can get it back if I wanted her to have it. Okay, next thing we were going to do, we're using a spare pelt and a spare flat tooth. Make a second K-Tar for Soul Bad Guy to use, who will be joining us. And then the last 2 things we're going to do, we're going to leather make. So we're going to get 4 pieces of leather, which I believe there's 4 in the deck, but when you make leather, I think you can make more than 4 at a time. I'm fairly certain when you're crafting leather, you can just make as much as you need, or however much hide you're throwing into the thing. I don't think you're confined to 4 at a time, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure about that, but we've got exactly 4 that we're making. 2 of them we're going to use now, and the other 2 we're going to save. And the 2 we're going to use now with a bone, we're going to pick up some extra resources. So we're going to pick up a pickaxe to use, which is probably going to cause us a great deal of pain. And we're going to pick up a bone sickle to use, which is not going to ease our pain one bit. I did not mean to copy those cards. We can get rid of all of these cards. I want to copy the sickle and the pickaxe. So we can try mineral gathering now and herb gathering. And we're going to go fight the Phoenix, which is scary. Very scary, but we're gonna do that. Hopefully we have a good fast fight, and hopefully I don't get spiral aged too hard. I'm gonna hold on to this. Is there anything else that I want to bring? I don't think so. Oh, I was tempted to make blood paint. We can make blood paint with the bladder now that we have dash. Blood paint's pretty cool. It lets you activate weapon gear that is to the left and right of this card. They're two separate attacks. It cannot be used with two-handed weapons. So you get two one-handed weapons that are different. You get two different attacks. I might invest in that in the future, but we're saving our bladder for the bow for the time being. Yeah. What else was I going to do? Oh yeah. We're gonna go over everybody, make sure this is the party that I want. So we're hunting the Phoenix. Gonna bring Pain Wheel. I just want to double check. We are at 6 now. So Pain Wheel coming with us. Rawhide Tank. Get 2 evasion tokens. She'll carry the axe. And we will get 6 survival for 2 for departing, 2 for the acanthus, and then 1 for the rawhide, 1 for the boots and gloves. So I think she's good to go. Binge eating is covered. So moving on, Bond Janet. And she's going to be carrying the Screaming Antelope set. Mostly for armor. I don't think I'll be using her to cast Slam, because she's going to be one of our main attackers, hopefully. Let's see here. She'll get 1 evasion. And she will get 1 luck. And then we will get 2 survival for departing, 2 for the acanthus, so plenty. We also gain 1 insanity when we depart. I'm gonna need to remember to use that Screaming Horns power too sometimes. We'll see how this fight goes. Alright. And then nothing to worry about here. So I think she's all set. I think we have Eddie Gordo joining us. He's going to get 2 evasion tokens. He's carrying the Founding Stone. We might use it. I'm hoping to use it. There's 1 hit location on the Phoenix that is super good to crit. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to do that. We'll get 6 survival as well, 2 for the settlement. So he'll cap at max. And he's going to be another main damage dealer. He only throws 1 dice at a time, but in the blind spot, he does wound on 2s, I think. And he just needs to hit on a 6, because this makes it a 7. Yeah, plus he has Savage. So this should be exciting. He is insane departing, so we'll get 1 more survival and a +1 strength token. Also, all his survival he just gained Never mind, it's during the showdown phase. This is gonna be such an awesome ability. I want Eddie. He's at risk of dying to the Phoenix due to XP, but we're gonna bring him along because A, I want to try and get this done, and B, I need him to live because I really want to sculpture this, and I really want to sculpture this. So Eddie he's doing the thing that you shouldn't do in this game. He's very important to me. I need him to survive for quite a long time. But we'll be bringing him along. Right, he gets the strength token. And then lastly, we have Soul Bad Guy joining us, mostly because I needed a character who's not as badly gimped as some of the others for this Phoenix fight, because we have like -2 movement on one of them. I think Wallachia is Cancer Pigeon, so hopefully that stops happening to me. I can't deal with all the Cancer Pigeons, man. I just can't deal with it. Oh, right, and I was wondering here. 1, 2. If I sacrifice the Dryad Acanthus on her, she has a lot of armor, so I might not need this. But if I sacrifice the Dryad Acanthus on her, she can carry. The bone pickaxe is probably gonna break, but she can carry the sickle. Which means she wouldn't get the 2 survival for this, but she was at 5 anyway. So that's fine. She'll be at max regardless. But this makes 3 green. And then we'll get an additional evasion token. So we'll be dodging on 3s. Well, +3s. I think I want to do that instead of using this Acanthus. So we'll just leave the Acanthus in here. I have such a huge stockpile of Acanthus. It's good. But I'm gonna take this risk. The sickle has a better chance of not breaking. If it breaks, then oh well. And Soul Bad Guy, he'll get 2 survival for departing, 2 for the Acanthus. So 4 total. And he doesn't have any armor. I want him to have an open slot. 1 evasion token. Excuse me. Double Beast Knuckle, Bone Dart. He's mostly going to be support. If I really want to get in, I did make him a K-Tar proficient guy, so we'll try to get in at some point, but he's mostly going to support us, and I expect this to break. Pickaxes always break. You have to constantly rebuild these things. With that, I think we're good to go. So, barring any problems, we want a level 1 Phoenix. I'm not insane. Well, we are insane. But it should be okay, as long as this thing doesn't go past Overwhelming Darkness. Hopefully. That is a big bird. That is a big bird. Okay. Something. No. I guess we're just gonna go. Let's go. Oh, I didn't change the colors. I knew I forgot something. That's what I was thinking about. Alright, so real quick. Painwheel. Wallachia is not here. Janet isn't that purple, but we'll just stick with it. It's close enough. That's Jory's colors, and then a dark gray. And this guy should be red. I hate how you have to copy twice. You don't have to copy twice, but when you're trying to copy a color, if you just do it once and copy, you don't get it. You have to do it again so it's highlighted gray like that. It's the first time you do it, it's not. It's very weird. Why that's a thing. Seems like something that could easily be corrected with a little tighter coding. But I'm no programmer, so I can't really say for sure. I could only, make an assumption, an uneducated assumption, which isn't good. So we'll just thank you, Tabletop Simulator guys. We love your program so much. Okay. We're ready to do the hunt. We're gonna go in order. Before we do the hunt, we do have our 2 special events. I will put mineral gathering and herb gathering. We'll do both of them on the space before the Phoenix. We'll do 2 spaces before the Phoenix. So we'll get rid of the 2 hunts, and then we'll do this. And the 3rd hunt. This is just in case I get an ambush opportunity from here. So I shouldn't be able to ambush it from these 2. But I don't know. Anyway, Painwheel will go first. So let's see. We have a random hunt event. $65. Okay. What you got? Oh no, it's the statue. Okay. I don't want the statue. The only thing that would be good to replace would be Guy. It's a soul bad guy. He's the only guy I would want to lose. Or Painwheel. But the problem, again, the same issue as last time. This guy would get named and only have 1 survival. Does he replace it entirely? Straggler is drawn to his statue, touching it gently in an instant. Straggler is gone, replaced by the man from the throne, who is now flesh and blood. Straggler sits in his place on the throne, stone mouth open in a silent yell. Man offers his thanks, joins the hunting party without explanation. Straggler is dead, replaced by a new survivor with the Straggler's gear, a random weapon specialization, 2 random disorders, and 200 XP. Yeah, I hate statue. Who has their role? Soul bad guy does. You used yours? Yep. You have yours? Okay, we have 2 get out of jail free cards, and I'm gonna use it because I need survival, especially for Mr. No Armor here to not get hit. We need him to be able to dash, so. I will use my survival of the fittest roll on him. We're starting to run out of those. And what is it? It's 65. I hopefully won't roll 65 again. 25. Okay, stay away from the statue, guys. Titans in the Dark. Oh, I just said I've never gotten this before. I think I mentioned that in the previous episode. An ear-shattering bellow marks the passing of a truly titanic beast. All survivors suffer 1 brain event damage. The survivors cower on the ground, laying as flat as possible, hoping they are simply too small to be worth eating. Every survivor must roll 1d10, low-scoring survivor, or in the case of a tie, survivors becomes a straggler. If anyone has noisy gear, -2 to the roll result. Each straggler rolls on the table below. Alright, 1 thing at a time. Brain damage, which is not good. You want insanity against the Phoenix so you can get rid of age tokens, but I'm gonna have to very carefully make sure the Phoenix doesn't cast disdain or spiral age just by being up in its grill all the time. Okay, 8653. He is the straggler. What is happening to Soul Bad Guy? He does not have noisy gear. So what's going on? I'll keep that. So something I've been thinking of, you can I forget if I talked about this in the last video, but if it's in the black inside of this pegboard, I was going to keep those results. I am so indecisive on this decision. I just don't know. I think I'll keep it if it's inside of this like plastic border thing. So we'll keep the 5. And what happens with the 5? The clamping jaws barely nip you. Suffer 1 event damage to a random hit location. Oh wow, 1 you would insta-die. It's kind of weird. It doesn't say the monster comes up to us. The story's written a little strangely, don't you think? You know, you just got nipped by a Titanic monster. No big deal or anything. Just a little nibble on your head. Just a little nibble. Head's still attached to your body. Everything's cool here. Okay, so that's that event. And we'll just have Painwheel be the leader. So next event. Bond Janet. Unmake. Static fills the air, reality quivers and bends around the survivors. Objects spontaneously deteriorate while others appear to sharpen in their field of vision. Each survivor must nominate 1 gear in their gear grid and roll 1d10. 1 to 5, you unmake the gear. 6 plus, you remake the gear. I hate this event. This is the one annoying event the Phoenix has. Well, the Phoenix actually has a lot of annoying hunt events. Okay. I will do the dried acanthus for her. Get a 5, so I believe it's destroyed, and I get its original stuff back. Gain the resources used to craft the gear, archive the gear. Okay, so we lost the dried acanthus, but we get a fresh acanthus. Okay. And when you're doing this, I don't know if these are supposed to be like copied cards or if they're supposed to take stuff away from the deck so that your hunt has less things to draw from the deck. I'm not sure how that works. Okay, her. I want the double evasion, so the only thing that makes sense to sacrifice is my lucky charm. I shall choose the lucky charm. Oh, I didn't read it, but if the item you choose says other, if it has the other keyword in it and you roll 6 or higher, it gets destroyed instead. Okay, we'll choose the lucky charm. I might just lose out on luck. Who is this? This is Bond Janet. Okay, we get a 7. So it is remade. It's not an armor. It's not a weapon. So nothing special occurs. I just get to keep it. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't like gambling with this event. Maybe if it was a 5 or higher, I would gamble more. It's getting +2 strength tokens from this event. Pretty cool. Alright, Eddie Gordo. He will sacrifice his dried acanthus. Because getting an acanthus back still seems pretty good to me. Okay, so we'll get another acanthus. And we lost a dried acanthus. Because I can eat this in an emergency. I didn't mean to pull that out. We can eat that in an emergency. So we lost the dried acanthus. And then lastly, for him, the Acanthus isn't going to save him at all. I guess I can always just rebuild a Beast Knuckle, so I will choose a Beast Knuckle for him since he has 2. Alright, I got a 1. So we lost our Beast Knuckle. We get a large flat tooth and a pelt back. I'll need a moment to pull out the Antelope deck and get those. Large flat tooth. Pelt. Okay, and when I get a large flat tooth, someone gains an insanity. I'm going to give this to Eddie. So he's gonna need it the most. He can't afford to be aged. Okay, then these go back in here. Okay. So that's unmake. Next event, we have Mineral Gathering. So this is the first time we're doing this event in this campaign. So Mineral Gathering, every survivor with a pickaxe rolls on the Mineral Gathering table. Usually bad stuff happens here. You get iron, but you have such a high chance to lose your pickaxe for no reason. So we got a 7. 6 to 7. You find 1 Iron Strange resource among the unyielding stone faces. As you free it, you hear a snap. Your pickaxe is frail. If your pickaxe is frail, archive it. So ours is, we don't have anything that defrails the pickaxe currently. So we got an iron, which is pretty good. For those that don't know about this event, 1 to 5 sucks. So 1 to 3, you just lose all tool gears in your gear grid, and then a 4 to 5, you get a broken lantern, but everyone takes 2 event damage to a random location, which sucks. And 8 plus is the thing most people want. Yeah, 8 plus is what you really want. But that's not bad. So we get an iron, which is what I wanted. We're gonna need to start stockpiling on these materials, iron and scrap. I don't know why I copied it. Alright, hold on. Delete that. There's 1 in the deck. Just delete 1. That's all you gotta do. I don't know why I copied an iron. So we got an iron. Lost the pickaxe. Alright, so that was Mineral Gathering. We'll just put this back. And then we have Herb Gathering. All survivors consume herbs and berries and gain +1 survival. Maybe I could have afforded to let the statue event happen, but I don't want to lose 3 out of the 4 people, especially Eddie. Eddie's too important. Everything I do for Eddie. So, Herb Gathering. Each survivor must make a special gathering roll. To make a gathering roll, nominate any number of d10s, roll them. If 2 or more are the same result, your total score is 0. Otherwise, you add all of the dice together to get the score. Add all of the survivors' dice together to get the final score. And then you can add +10 to the final score if we are doing this after Overwhelming Darkness. So I got some advice in the past that statistically you can get good results if you roll only 3 dice at a time instead of more. So I'm going to try their strategy out. We'll see how it goes. I might roll 4 dice if we get some doubles on someone. But this will be Pain Wheels roll. Okay. That's pretty good. So we have 18, 19, 20, 24. 24 to keep track of how much we have. Let me just use these dice. So 24. This will be Bon Janet. Oh, and the thing I want to do, Mineral Gathering I'm pretty sure counts as an event revealer. So that would have been Eddie, and then so does Herb Gathering. So Soul Bad Guy is currently the event revealer. We have 9, 10, 14. So 38. We're doing pretty well. Looks like 3 could be the magic number. And for those who want to do the Explore the Swamp, you want to get 75 total. So 38. Didn't mean to do that. This is Eddie Gordo's roll. We have 2 1s, so that'll be a 0. Okay, so I may as well risk it for the biscuit. We have a 38, which is okay. Soul Bad Guy will roll 4 dice instead. Let's see if we can get that number increased here. We have a 1, 2 1s. Okay, so he gets a 0 too. So at the end of the day, we have a 38. And a 38 gets us what? 12 to 44. Gain a fresh Acanthus Strange resource. All survivors gain 1 survival. Alright. So that's too bad, but that's no problem. Get another Acanthus plant. It's always good to stockpile on Acanthus. Now, it doesn't say who gets to hold this, so I'm gonna give it to her. It just says you get one. So I think you can divvy out who holds that. And then everyone gained a survival, which is useless because we actually didn't have to spend survival so far this hunt phase. So random hunt event, back to Pain Wheel. Let's go look for a phoenix. 46. Alright. River. The survivors come to the edge of a river. They must fan out to pick up the trail again. Each survivor may consume from the river and roll on the table below. Roll once more on the hunt event table before moving on the hunt board as you try to find your quarry. Okay. So if I get a 1 to 2, there's a permanent unique impairment where you cannot consume anymore. Well, you can, but you don't suffer penalties or get benefits. Prey is defecated in the water. 6 to 9, heal 1 injury level from any hit location, 10 or higher. Rivers filled with the bloated corpses of the unrecognizable monsters. Fishing in the muck, you contract dysentery. Gain 1 random basic resource and reduce your survival to 1. Why would I want to go in this water? Everything sucks. We'll just roll the additional hunt event before moving on. This next one is going to be Bon. Have to find our quarry. Gotta get around this river. Gotta get a 20. Alright, dry lands. As the survivors press forward, the air turns dry and the ground cracks. Each survivor will suffer from heat exhaustion and lose 1 survival, unless they have a piece of gear or resource that is consumable to refresh themselves. Do not archive the item. Alright, so we're good. Monster Grease will refresh us. Fresh Acanthus. Actually, this isn't consumable. I have to remember they like smear it on them or some other shit. So Monster Grease refreshes her. Monster Grease refreshes her. Refreshes him. fresh as him. So, oh, refreshing monster grease. Delicious. Eddie will be our last, potentially last event revealer, unless this is the stall time thing. Bird brained. Phoenix fussily gathers materials for its temporary nest. Roll 1d10. If the result is even, move the phoenix 2 spaces forward on the hunt board. If the result is odd, move the phoenix 2 spaces backwards. If it lands on or passes over the survivor's current hunt space, start the showdown immediately. The phoenix ambushes the survivors. Well, that's not good. I don't want to be ambushed. I don't want to be ambushed. Odds, praise the sun god and roll. That'll be a crack. Which is good because it was even. Come on. Alright, that's an even. I do have a survival of the fittest reroll I can use. Can I survive being ambushed? Because the Phoenix has Zeal, so he would get a card, attack, a card, and an attack. It would be really bad. And if I reroll, it's a 50-50. I don't want the Phoenix to attack me twice. Don't want it. But this is the kind of reroll that it's like I have to go through overwhelming darkness otherwise. Okay, fine. Phoenix goes 2 spaces forward, 1, 2, he lands on us, and we'll start the showdown. We get ambushed. So I'll just have to deal with it. I should be okay. Alright, now something I want to do, because I've noticed this, we just fought the Phoenix in my friend's game. This guy is a little big at the moment, he's exceeding his spots, so real quick, what we want to do is pull him out of his deck. Because this is the one that gets copied. And then I want to shrink the master one by 2 so he fits in his 3x3 grid a little better. So from now on, when he gets copied by the script, he should be a little smaller, I think. And then we'll just shrink him down. Okay. Oh good, we have tall grass. That's perfect. Have a bug patch and a nightmare tree. So the nightmare tree is always in the center of the showdown board with the Phoenix. If you haven't fought the Phoenix before, yes, no matter what, a 3x3 doesn't fit here evenly, so you can put them on any corner so long as all 4 of these are encompassed. He could be over here, here. We'll just leave him over here. Okay, lock the tree. Got a bug patch. Has to be adjacent to the monster. I'll just put it back here. And we've got 2 tall grass, which is very much appreciated. That's gonna save my skin. I think, because I like to keep everyone separated normally, but I won't be able to do that. Well, I have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to do it in a weird way. Because he's gonna go twice. You know what? It should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here is good too. Alright, normally I like to keep all my guys separated. especially since he can materialize off the bat. But if someone suffers collision from materialize, then whatever. Alright, I'll build his deck in a moment. I just need to think. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's 6 all around him. And those positions do change based on where you angled him. So we'll do it like this. She's here. Yeah. Okay, we'll do it like that. So that's our terrain set up. Phoenix. You are 8, 3, and 1, 8, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's 8. So we'll just take this deck. One, 2, 3, and he has a legendary card. Then he gets materialize. I'll go over stuff if you don't know. And there should be 4 copies of this card. I'll leave one here to not ruin the script, hopefully, but every survivor will get a copy of Dreaded Decade. Okay, cool. Make sure that's shuffled. Make sure this is shuffled. Alright, we're just about ready to go. So, Phoenix stuff. If it says materialize, you take him off the board, and then you place him on the showdown board adjacent to his target. You have to place him in a way so he covers as many other survivors as possible, and then they suffer collision as normal. Just means he's gonna knock you down, and since he's on top of you, knock you back 5. He doesn't do extra damage. Zeal, at the end of each monster turn, he gets a free basic action, because he's a dirty, dirty cheater. I kind of wish this was a level 2 thing, not a level 1 bird, but whatever. And then Spiral Age. So first we'll talk about Dreaded Decade. If you get a age token, you put it on here. You can spend an action, roll your dice. If you get equal to or less than your insanity, you remove all the age tokens. If you fail to do that, you suffer Spiral Age. Spiral Age, you remove all age tokens you have. You gain 4 hunt experience for each one that disappears. And if you gain more hunt XP than available, so past retirement, you cease to exist. When you cease to exist, if we innovated family, everyone who has your surname loses 2 weapon proficiency levels, so it's pretty bad. You can just die if you don't understand how the fight works. Now, he can't activate Spiral Age himself too often. I think he has... The one way he does it is through disdain. So if he ever doesn't have a target, aka you always want someone to be standing, you can't have everyone knocked down. Someone needs to be standing at all times. So this doesn't do disdain. If he doesn't disdain, he won't do Spiral Age. And then he's got an advanced card, I believe, that will trigger Spiral Age on everybody, and that's all it does. I think those are the only 2 ways he does it. I don't remember his legendary cards. Anyway, we're ready to begin, but before we begin, I am going to take a break. It might be a few minutes, so if you're on, you guys have the power to jump ahead, please jump ahead a few. If I can put annotations or anything, I will put the time marker down. Just like last time, I came back after a while. I said, I'll edit the video. I don't really have the means to do serious video editing, so I gave up on that idea. And I probably won't do it now. So I just need to take a bathroom break, and I will be back in a bit. Alright, thank you for your patience. I know nothing but the most professional video quality from this channel. But hey, on the bright side, at least it's proof that I don't do any shenanigan tampering. This is all one take, baby. What happens, happens. Authentic campaign. Okay, enough tooting my own horn. We're getting ambushed. Let's make sure I shuffle these one more time. And we're locked into my fate, so... Peck. Last threat to wound in range. No target disdain. Alright, no one wounded. You kind of always want to hurt him. He does this a lot. So he is going to disdain. Luckily, none of us have a spiral. None of us have age tokens. So he'll disdain, place the phoenix at the center of the nightmare tree. He emits a hissing moan. All non-death survivors suffer brain damage equal to his level, and then he performs Spiral Age. Now, the cool thing about him disdaining, you might think, oh wow, I'm about to get completely ruined because then he gets a basic attack and he gets to go again. Well, no. If you pay attention to disdain, when he does this powerful move, end the Phoenix's turn. So he doesn't get his basic attack. Because this is at the end of each monster turn. He does Zeal. But this ends his turn. This happens after an AI card is performed. When he does Disdain, he cancels his Zeal action. So that was his ambush. He did a brain damage to everybody. Which is annoying, since I might want to just use my Screaming Antelope ability. Okay. So his second turn. Peck's a good one, I guess. Instant Wing Strike. So once again, last threat to wound in range is nobody. So he's going to Disdain again. And then he'll end his turn again. So overall, we got lucky. It could have been worse. So he's just doing single brain damages. Imagine getting ambushed by a level 2. Then your brain might be in trouble. But this is kind of bad. We have low values. Like, we're sane with our characters, actually, which is a damn shocker. It's almost impossible to get rid of age tokens. Now, moving on, hopefully I can force him to not cast, what's it called? Hopefully I can force him to not cast Spiral Age. So I'm not going to worry about my insanity. I'm going to try and prevent him from ever casting Spiral Age. Okay. I might be a little slow. The Phoenix always makes me worried. It's not a fight I'm super familiar or comfortable with. So I like to think about what it is that I'm doing. And what was the point of me starting in the grass? Alright. First, we will scry the hit location right off the bat with our Cat Eye Circlet, so he will go first. And let's see what we have here. Glorious Wing Sphincter. If you wound the Phoenix, he'll blow everything away. Survivors in the Eye of the Storm gain 1 insanity, so the 4 center spots around him. All other survivors suffer knockback 7 and bash. They get blown away. Got the Feathered Buttocks. If the attacker has any age tokens, they suffer rewind, so we do not. This is a pretty safe location to hit off the bat. And then Feathered Back. Perform Displacement. This is his other hit location mechanic. So he's got Rewind. He does Eye of the Storm sometimes. and he does this, where you place the Phoenix anywhere along the board edge furthest from the attacker. If the attacker has any age tokens, they may attempt to follow the Phoenix. We do not. So you roll dice. If you roll equal to or less than your Hun XP, you get to follow him and keep hitting him. But otherwise, you cancel all hits that are out of range. So none of these are the location that I was looking for or hoping for, but we'll leave them in this order here. And then we're gonna leave him in the grass. We'll move him one closer though. Okay, we have a strength token already, so can't embolden. I can just get in and do an attack that does insane amounts of damage though. So I think we'll do that. Gonna have Eddie Gordo go. He does have an extra movement too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll get into that center spot with Eddie. And we will swing our fist. We have -1 speed. We hit on a 6 in the blind spot. Okay, so we whiffed completely. And there's nothing to it. We'll just have to wait before we get to try anything again. Okay. So Janet here can surge at the cost of a strength token. She doesn't have a strength token yet. So what I'm going to do is I will cast Embolden on her. And I think I want to slam. Yeah, it'll be pretty perfect. So I can spend my full move forward in a straight line. If I move 4+ spaces, I can stop adjacent. Oh, and if I stop adjacent to the monster, I could move it back 1 space. It gains -1 toughness till end of combat. Not combat, end of round. I don't want to do that though, because if I move him back, he's just gonna hit Eddie due to his facing. Yeah, that's not an optional thing, so I don't want to slam. The only reason why I would want to slam is to use this. Not that. What's the other one? Don't I have something that lets me, like... Oh, it's the armor set, right. After I slam, I can spend an action, move 1 space, and activate a melee weapon with +2 strength. He would actually knock us both down, so I can't slam from this position. I can get behind him, though. What is our accuracy? Accuracy is pretty good. Maybe I should go in with Painwheel first. I think that might be an alright idea. Let's go in with Painwheel first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get Painwheel up his butt. And Painwheel will attack. I think we're 2 dice. No speed stuff. So we hit on a 5 in the blind spot. Alright, I won't reroll that since it didn't knock anybody down, right? Just fix them a bit. So 6 hits. Take that card. We will not be rewound. We don't have an age token. Alright, rolled a 1. So no wound. All we did was mill a card. And I forgot to use Painwheel. Should have been scrying attacks. So we're gonna get a blind attack on the next turn. I guess I don't have to scry every turn. That might be too cautious. Let's just get in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll suffer the consequences after. Plus, I really need to cause a wound or we're gonna suffer brain damage. So, flailing mace or whatever, whistling mace. We have a 6, a 5, and a 9. We hit on a 6. We hit on 6s. So we have 2 hits. Feathered back and that glorious wing sphincter. I do have a good chance to crit. I crit on 8s. I have 2 luck, so 9, 8. No perfect hits were had. This isn't deadly or anything. How does your basic action work? Closest threat in range. So if I displace him from here, he would be on this board edge. 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, he would reach. No, he wouldn't reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he does reach. This is 8. I thought that was 9 away. So I think I'll displace him and not have everybody get blown away. Unless I like crit this and then we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. This is the reason why I didn't want to say that if it's in the black, like in this part, I was gonna keep it. I'll keep this result. This is borderline. This is borderline crack. I'm gonna have to think about my rule on this. So I don't know how this material is. It looks like it's a little raised, but right here the dice seems like it's pretty flat going through it. I'll keep that dice result for now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we do cause a wound at the very least. And then with the wound, we will perform displacement. So he's gonna go right here. It's anywhere on the furthest board edge. This is the furthest one. And we want him in range of Eddie. And yeah, I want him to be here too, so when he goes forward, only Painwheel is going to be in the way of his wind attack. Hopefully. I don't know what his AI card's going to do. And then I missed the Sphincter. Hopefully his AI card isn't evil. Evil. Alright, so that was everybody. Everybody went. We only did 1 wound with her. She'll get a Mace XP. Club XP. And it is the Phoenix's turn to act. Peck. Last threat to wound in range. She's not in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's going to disdain. This is kinda good. This is kinda good. He'll disdain. That's a brain damage. No one has H tokens yet. Now I've got to scream for a turn or two. So this might be a long fight. Okay, and he ends his turn. So he hasn't zealed me yet because he keeps disdaining. So Peck's a good card. Alright, our turn. First thing I will do is scream. Alright, so non-deaf insane survivors gain 1 movement till end of round. Everyone else gains 1 insanity. I don't think anyone is insane at the moment. But we'll gain 1 insanity with that scream. And you know what? I will surge for safety. I'm gonna surge and scream again. So we lose our strength token, but I'm gonna scream again. Just really get everyone on the board in this shape here, just in case. Okay. No one was insane before gaining insanity, so no one gets an extra movement. And then I'm gonna have her go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna have her get in front of it and be over here. Okay, so that's Bond's turn. Next thing I want to do, I'm gonna move Eddie 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll fist and tooth. You know what? I'll attack first in the back. I need that extra accuracy. So Eddie, fist and tooth. Plus, I have sneak attack. Okay, so we got a hit. That's good. Glorious Crest. We're probably gonna cause a wound here. Maybe I can crit. Almost, but that's 6 plus 4 for a sneak attack, plus 4 more because he has 4 strength, plus 1 more. So I don't mark the monster claw style. Alright, so anyway, we got a wound. We do have 1 luck, so we crit on 8s because we're deadly. But super wound. Displacement will occur. Now, I need to figure out. We're kind of in the middle of the board here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 1. Let me do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so the farthest is the left here, so we have to send it this way. So I'll just leave it here. I don't really care if he disdains and skips his turn again. Maybe I can send him all the way down here and we can have a preparatory turn. That might be a good idea. Okay, so we'll do that. After that, we got a wound with fist and tooth, so that's good. That's covered. He was displaced. Eddie will 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'm here and the Phoenix is next to me, oh, it can hit her, so I don't want to be there. We'll stand here. Next, I want to scry the AI deck with Painwheel. Pitying Sigh. All survivors in field of view. That would be these 3. I can hide her, so it would be on, and I could hide him too by moving here. Yeah, I could hide him and Painwheel, so he would target Bond. Each target gains 1 age token. If target is insane, they laugh in the face of the monster's ignorant condescension. They may spend 3 survival to gain 1 courage. Otherwise, target suffers 2 brain damage and is knocked down. Are you insane? She's not insane. What I can do is get targeted and then hide. She would just get an age token. Who is insane? She's insane, so I could let her get targeted and get an age token. Anyway, the second card. This isn't bad. Gouge and Feast. Survivor with the least age tokens. That's a 4-way tie. Alright, this one is a materialize and attack target. So this one he would get to us. It also has destroy armor, which is not good. And then the second mouth begins to feast. If damage was dealt and target is adjacent to the monster, the target suffers disemboweled. We have an opportunity to dash after that. I think I want him to gouge and feast. This is better. This is better. But he would do this. Give someone an age token. And then he would basic action. No one's in range, so he would disdain. The reason why that's nice is he'll get closer. The question is, do I want... I mean, 4 XP isn't so bad on someone. So Pain Wheel could get 4 XP. Bond could get 4 XP. I think Pitying Sigh is better than taking Gouge and Feast on a random person. Especially since you can't avoid him from attacking you, because it says materialize and attack. You can't dash after the materialize. Wrong button. Alright, I think we'll leave it in this order. So the question is, who do I want to get the age token? I think her, only because she doesn't get knocked down. Which means right now I have to use a dash with Bond. And we will go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go here, hide behind the tree. And then she's almost out of survival. We'll have a solo bad guy. I guess we can do a huge round of combat next. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If he's here, he can't be seen because of the tree. I guess that tile can be seen, so I have to move him over here. We'll put him there. Tree is an obstacle. And we will scry the hit location cards. Oh no, the trap is up here. Alright, so we have Glorious Handed Feet. This one's not that bad. Time Stop is a problem, though. Survivors are frozen in time, everyone gets doomed, no one can block, no one can use fighting arts, the attacker is caught helpless, a basic action targets the attacker, all attack rolls hit on a 2+ regardless of any modifiers in play. So that means standing in the grass and shit doesn't matter. So he just hits you on 2s, does 2 damage each, but then he blows your guy away and does a bleed. So when I hit Time Stop, someone tanky has to get hit by it. And they have to be in a position where it won't matter. And then this attack, Glorious Primary Eyes. First strike, must roll the wound in this hit location. The attacker may cancel their attack. The monster stares into your future and kills all your children. So if you have any children, they just die. And then attacker suffers the destroyed genital severe waist injury. Or actually, I don't know if he actually kills current children. I would have to look that up. I think the text is just saying he kills all your children in the future by destroying your genitals. You know, you can't have kids. I don't think anybody cares about having destroyed genitals. It was a very funny card. This fucking Phoenix. Yeah, he is a kid. Yeah, I don't think anybody cares about sacrificing their ability to procreate for the settlement. So here's the deal. I'll put these two up first. I think I'll have Painwheel attack. And I think I'll have Eddie Gordo take the time stop. That's if he hits. This way Painwheel can try and get her XP in. And hopefully everything will be alright. Okay, so we are done with our turn. Oh, so much to consider. Phoenix, Pitying Sigh. Only one person is in his field of view. Painwheel. So Painwheel gets an age token. We'll just use a lunacy token to mark it. And then intimidate all targets. So she is insane. She'll laugh in the face of the monster. And she may spend 3 survival to gain 1 courage. I don't really care about... Well, actually, this is a showdown. Could get Stalwart. You know what? I'll do it. Why not? I'll laugh at the Phoenix's face. We will get our courage. We will become bold. Get a showdown phase epiphany. Or showdown phase triumph. So we'll gain Stalwart. Ignore being knocked down by brain trauma and intimidation actions. And I rolled a 10. Gain 1 permanent speed. I guess she has a chance to trigger the trap now. How about that? Not disorder, ability deck. It's not often you get Stalwart, so I guess I just wanted to jump on this opportunity. Ignore knockdown and bash effects of a monster's intimidate attacks. Probably the best ability of the bunch. By far. Okay, so that happened. So we're laughing at him. We're like, haha, stupid Phoenix. And then he will do Zeal. He will do basic action. Closest threat in range of 8, nobody. So he will disdain. He'll come back. Materialize to the tree. Or just place at the tree. And then we'll take 1 brain damage equal to his level and suffer Spiral Age. End the Phoenix's turn. Okay, so that happened. Suffer Spiral Age, we lose all our tokens and gain 4 XP per token. So now she's getting older. And she'll hit age 2. Alright, 8 and 5, 9, 10, 13. So 13, gain 1 permanent strength. That's kind of nice. I like that. And then it will be our turn. So far, so good. So I'm just going to flip these over. I'll leave Painwheel down. Painwheel will go first, and she will be the, hopefully, the sacrificial lamb. Now, she gets basic attacked. If I moved here, and she hits the trap, he would probably walk up to hit him. So I have to move here and attack from here. So he just goes forward. These two won't be able to attack. She's going to scream anyway, probably. And then he might scry. He'll attack. Maybe. Alright, 3 attacks. I'm hoping for 2 hits, because we can do some wounding here. So we have a perfect hit, and then we have a 5 and a 4, and we hit on 6s only. So that's not what I wanted. We do hit the glorious primary eyes. I could cancel my attack, but I'm not going to. If I get a crit, I won't lose my... I won't get destroyed genitals. I don't have the acanthus to ignore that either. So we're gonna not be breeding with Painwheel. Unless I get a crit. That's a crack, obviously. Can we cause a wound? Crit on this location is super good too. -2 accuracy tokens? That's a huge deal. Got a 7, so no crit. It is a wound. It's like 7, 11, 13. So we do cause some damage. But we suffer destroyed genitals. A price I'm willing to pay. Somebody's got to pay it. Nearly every time you fight the Phoenix, somebody's got to pay it. Alright, destroyed genitals. Cannot be nominated for intimacy. Injuries permanent. Gain a random disorder. You're knocked down. Gazing upwards. You wonder at the futility of your struggle. Gain 3 insanity. 1 bleeding token. Alright, at least we wounded doing that. Destroy genitals. So cannot be nominated for lovin'. Got the bleed token. We get a disorder, right? And we get knocked down. And this actually does a lot more than I remember it doing. Hemophobia. Okay. There's worse. Can't complain about that. There's worse disorders in this deck. Let me move this to the side here. And I gave her 3 insanity, right? Yeah, I definitely did. She got knocked down. Could have canceled my attack. Alright, now that sucks because the trap is 2 away. Who wants to take it? I think Bon has to take it. And then I can scry the AI attack deck and make sure it's safe. So Bon will attack, but before she does, she needs 1, 2, 3, 4. She needs to come over here. We'll actually move her here. No matter what, he would materialize on somebody. I'll move Eddie afterwards. So Bon will trigger the trap card. We got a 9, so Bon will not trigger the trap card. We don't have age tokens, so I don't have to worry about my head exploding. Your head doesn't actually explode, you just take brain damage for age tokens if you fail a roll. We do fail a roll with a 1. Did I roll a 1 to hit, by the way? I don't think I did, but if I did, I should be getting damaged. I don't think I did. I didn't roll a perfect hit either. I did not pay attention to this attack. 1 always fails no matter what. So nothing happens. I'm not gonna roll for that because I don't have any age tokens, so I would suffer 0 brain damage. Now I have a conundrum. I think I'll just delay the trap until next turn then. So we'll scry the Phoenix deck, and his legendary card is here. Top of the food chain. The monster suddenly seems older. -3 to severe injury rolls resulting from monster attacks. Honestly, that's his best legendary card. Best as in the least worrisome. Unspoken. Phoenix unspeaks a name. The survivor with the most age tokens suffers unspeak. Randomized in the case of ties. Roll 1d10. Subtract the survivor's current age tokens from the result. If the result is equal to or greater than their understanding, they suffer lost name. Otherwise, nothing happens. If they lose their name, they gain 2 understanding. Erase the survivor's name, remove all age tokens, lose all survival. Until they are renamed at the settlement, they cannot gain survival. If a survivor is given the same name, they cease to exist. Well, I don't want to lose all of my survival. I don't really care about losing people's names, though. I'm not attached to my characters like that. I just don't want to lose all of my survival. Equal to or greater than their understanding. Does anyone have high understanding in this party? No. 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 I guess I'm gonna let the Phoenix become top of the food chain. Dangerous. Okay. So that was Eddie. She went. And then I'll scry the hit location deck because, well, if I don't roll the head, I mean, I can roll the head too because of Dry Acanthus, but I suppose he could get away with triggering the trap instead of me delaying the trap and doing only 2 wounds per turn, which isn't good. I trigger the trap, I get basic actioned. Painwheel has hemophobia now? She's already knocked down. Oh yeah, you rageaholic? No, you're just a binge eater. I feel like I need to do some stuff with him. Oh right, I should be overcharging myself and then resurging and shit. Because I can get survival back with him. Should you trigger the trap? 4 locations are good. Trap hits on 2s no matter what, so probably hitting me twice. Can't dodge it because you're doomed. You can take the damage though. Except for the head, but we have a get out of jail free card. And then you won't be a threat, so you won't be affected by his next basic attack. Where is his basic attack card? What happened to the Phoenix's card? I didn't put it back on top of here, did I? I don't want to look at more stuff. Where's his basic action card? Did it... What? Did I put it somewhere? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm doing a ton of thinking for this match. Did anybody see this disappear? Anybody? Alright, well. I'm sure it's fine. It should automatically copy again if I somehow magically broke the script. Like, it should always copy from here. I don't know where the card went, but... Oh wait, that's the Screaming Antelope. I'm an idiot. Put that back. put the original back. I don't know, I'm superstitious like that. I was wondering why it wasn't loaded. Phoenix. I think I should trigger the trap with him. And it's gonna suck, but it needs to be done. I think it needs to be done. Alright, Soul Bad Guy. We'll Beast Knuckle the Phoenix in his butt. Yeah. Beast Knuckle. I did get a hit. So we will suffer time stop. We're doomed. Can't block. Can't use fighting arts. He'll basic action me. And hopefully he rolls a 1. That would be great. Getting doomed. Honestly, if you have a lot of extra armor, not a bad trap card overly. Alright, foot and head. Okay, so we are taking a severe head injury. I can probably ignore it, and he's not top of the food chain yet, so there's no -3 to the result. We'll see what happens. So, severe head injury, 40% chance of death. Do get an 8. 8. Concussion. Your brain is scrambled like an egg. Random disorder, 1 bleeding token. So we'll do that. Pray. You may not spend survival unless you are insane. Okay. This is worse. So we are not insane. We can't spend survival then. That's alright. So then after that occurs, we get a bleeding token for that. And then we're going to get another bleeding token for Razor Wind, Knockback 7, Bash, Bleed 1. So that's okay because we're not a threat now. And then hopefully we don't see the trap anytime soon. Hopefully. Alright, that ends our turn. I guess a concussion wasn't so bad. So Phoenix's turn. I let him do top of the food chain. -3 to severe injury rolls from monster attacks. I assume that doesn't work on brain trauma. No, it probably does. Intimidate would be a monster attack, right? Unless a monster attack is only an attack profile, not an intimidate. I'm not sure. Well, it doesn't work on brain trauma. Severe injuries are everything on the body, and then brain trauma is brain trauma. There is a distinct difference. Alright, anyway, that happened. He's top of the food chain. Zeal, basic action. Closest threat in range is Eddie. So he will target Eddie. Eddie will gain an age token, which is not good for him. I don't want him to age. So I have to make sure disdain doesn't happen again. 2 dice, 2 up to hit, 2 damage apiece. This is going to be 5 ups to hit. Maybe I can avoid one of these. Oh, good. We got a 3 and a 10. So we'll dodge the 10. When we dodge, we do have Rawhide set. Let's see if we get that survival back. I do not get that survival back, so we will dodge. And then there is a flow before Razor Wind occurs, so I will dash as well. I will not get that survival back either. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just come over here. Do have 6 movement. I'll blow his wind this way and be like, oh, where'd you go? What is this? Okay. 4 cards in, 8 HP left. Well, 9. Painwheel gets up. And he gets up. Because that was a trap card, and that was the Destroy Genitals reaction. Okay. Team. I did shuffle this, right? Yeah, I did. Alright, team. We need to do damage, team. Eddie is going to overcharge I'm gonna overcharge. So let's see if I get that back. I do get that back. So here's how this works, right? We lose 1 for overcharge, and then because we're a thrill seeker, whenever we gain survival, which Rawhide says gain, you get +1, so we get 1 back for that, and then 1 for thrill seeker. We lose our strength token, but I'm gonna leave it there because now we're gonna cast Embolden. Man, thrill seeker is gonna be so powerful in this campaign if I can put that in the sculpture. Alright, so I lose 1 for Embolden. But right now we have Devastating on our single claw attack. We're going to attack before I move, I guess. I'll move after. So we'll use our Monster Claw. We hit on a 6. We do get the hit. That's all I need. Super Dense doesn't matter to me. And this time I will have to roll and maybe suffer a brain damage. We'll see. Alright, we get a 2, but that's okay because I'm pretty sure we wounded. It's 4 strength natural plus 1, 5 plus 4 more for sneak attack. So that's 9. And then the 2 is 10, 11. So we do cause a wound. It'll be 2 wounds because I gave Devastating to my guy. I didn't do damage with the K-Tar yet. Did I wound with the axe? I did. That should be flipped. That's why she's knocked down. And the monster's glare pierces the survivor's puny mind. Turn to face the attacker, roll 1d10. The result is less than my hunt XP. I suffer 1 brain damage for each age token I have. So we want more than like 6 or something. Roll a 5. Do you have 5? No, you have... Whoa, he's got a lot more than I remember. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got 9 hunt XP? Really? Is that all natural? Is that all natural? Have you been out on 9 hunts? This is only year 9. 8. Where did I get additional hunt XP from? Oh well. Alright, we suffer brain damage. We have 1 age token. But 2 wounds, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Then I will move 1, 2, 3, 4. Go hide and we'll stand in the grass. Next, I want to scream, I think. We'll wait on that. We'll wait on that. I want to scry the monster's hit dex so she can't attack this turn. Maybe I won't scream. Or maybe I can get in with him. No, we'll scry the hit location deck. If I get in with him, it'll be later. So Glorious Wing Claws is a Eye of the Storm effect. Soft Lower Gut. This one's easier to wound. And gives you a cool effect. Feathered Body. This one's harder to wound. And if you wound here first, it's a good thing. So maybe I'll do... I think I'm going to attack with her. So maybe I'll do it in this order, and maybe I can cancel this with my high crit rate. We crit on a 8. That's optimism for you. Everything's going to get blown away. If I get 3 hits, then we'll do it. Otherwise, we'll try to get Time Leak. Alright. So let's put them back in this order. This is gonna be interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we want you to be in the grass afterwards. And in fact, I'll put you 1 closer. potentially gonna be blown away. We'll go with Bond next. We'll swing our whistling mace. It's really too bad I couldn't. I was over here. I can't slam. I haven't had an opportunity to slam. I'm not very good at using the Antelope's armor. 2 perfect hits and a 5. So here's what's happening. We're not the Mighty Strike girl. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to embolden, get a strength token. Oh well, whatever. So perfect hit. I get to look at top AI card, place it on top or bottom. And then the 5 just hits. So we get all 3 of these cards. And get to look at this. The difference between us. Survivor with the least age tokens, no target disdain. So someone would get hit by this. He materializes here first. This is important to note. He materializes, you get an age token. This is actually a safe attack. Because after he materializes, there's a flow. And then it says target cannot block, attack target. He doesn't move an attack. So you can dash out of the way of this attack. Otherwise, you take 10 damage that goes straight to your head, which is a -2 to severe injury. We already have -3, but this is pretty safe. So I'd rather mill this card on top first. It's safe when you have dash. If you don't have dash, don't fight the Phoenix, is my advice. Alright, +2 toughness to wound this location, so we have to beat a 12. Come on, crit. Come on, crit. You know what? We'll use this one just because it didn't roll a 10. Still got a 10 inside of it. I just know it. I just know it. Ah, no 10. Alright, I don't know if that's a wound. That's a 6, that's a 9, that's a 10. Even if I had that extra strength, it wouldn't be a wound. Okay. So no wound. Nothing happens. Second location. We got another 6, so that's a 9, that's a 10. That is a wound. This one's -2 toughness to wound, so easy wound. Alright, and then the third location, we'll see what happens here. I would love to crit this, otherwise we might get fucked. Yes! Critical! Does anything happen when I get a crit? I don't think so. Okay. So we get the crit. We ignore the Eye of the Storm effect. The Phoenix gains a -1 damage counter. Nice. Pretty good turn. Alright, I can't scry his deck. So I may as well just attack with Pain Wheel. So that's what I'm gonna do. We're going to attack with Pain Wheel. You know what? Maybe I should start harvesting stuff before I finish the Phoenix off. All of his attacks should be able to... If I want to play it safe, I would continue to scry the hit location deck. You roll 3 dice though. I want to get some goes at this Nightmare Tree because you can get Lonely Ants. Or Broken Lanterns. I also want to pick up the Bug Patch. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll pick up the Bug Patch. She's the closest, so she should take the basic attack, and then I can just dash out of the way. So we'll search, scrounge through the Bug Patch here. That's gonna go out of bounds. That's better. We get a 3. The insects scatter, leaving their meal behind. Gain 1 random basic resource. Okay. No vermin. But we get something. Some monster hide. And that would be her turn. Alright, Phoenix. Giving you a free turn here. Peck. Last threat to wound in range. So the last person to wound was Bon. It's not searching for field of view, so she is targetable. Excuse me. Oh wait, no, she's not a threat. Right, you don't count as a threat in the blind spot. So that actually doesn't target her. The last threat to wound. Since it says the last threat, that would be Eddie. Eddie wounded, he scried. I'm pretty sure that would go after Eddie. Alright, so Eddie is gaining another token, which isn't good. And then he's gonna get pecked. So move the target. It'll move forward twice and then up and over. Doesn't hit anybody. And Eddie's getting pecked. So hits on, I believe, a 7. We're in the grass. We have 3 evasion. So 2 dice, hits on 7s, does 1 damage apiece. It's not bad overall, I guess. 1 hit, no problem. Where's Peck? This is a destroy armor. It is a before damage is dealt thing, but I will dodge it. Does dodging the 2 hit? Because first you roll location, technically, but still, it's before damage is dealt. So I roll this, I determine it's the head. Does he still destroy my armor when I dodge? Is that clarified in the glossary? Kind of curious. Like I said, I don't fight the Phoenix too much. This is going to be the first campaign in a while where I really get involved with this stupid Phoenix. So I have much to learn about this fight. Destroy armor. An attack effect that reduces armor points of a survivor hit location to 0 before applying damage. But what if it misses? I'm gonna assume that it doesn't do that if I dodge. And then none of them actually hit. So I will dodge. We'll see if I gain a survival instead of losing one. I do lose 1. And I think that's correct. If anybody knows better than me, let me know. I think that's correct. We don't lose our armor there. And then Zeal occurs, so closest threat in range will be Eddie again. 2 more dice. Not those dice. Still hits on 7s. Have a 5 and a 4, so he'll miss, but he'll do his Razor Wind, which we will dash out of the way of. I do get the survival back, so I actually get a net gain of 1 because of Thrill Seeker. And I will dash to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, we'll dash over here. Alright. So, with that, his turn's done. First thing I want to do, I'm gonna search the nightmare. No, I'm gonna scream. Alright, hold on. I need to make sure. I don't have to scream if I can guarantee that these never get used. So for basic action, it always has to be a threat within 8 movement. Then he won't disdain. I don't remember the other cards here. Maybe I should focus on removing them. And he's close to dead. I don't want to throw my Founding Stone at the location anymore. There's one hit location that cancels Disdain. It also cancels Displacement, I think, when you crit it. So that's why I like to bring a Founding Stone to this fight. Find that card. He does have a Death Howl location that I do definitely want to try and manipulate, though. But we can try and get Katar experience on him. It's just kind of risky. Maybe he can do the death blow. Let's scry. Take it slow. So, got the wing sphincter. We've got the soft belly, which we don't want to do. And the feathered wing. So 2 Eye of the Storm effects. This one is fine as long as the attacker doesn't have H tokens. So we need to clear this one out of the way. Okay. Which crit is better? -1 movement token, gain +1 insanity. If you are insane, the taste is delicious. Gain 3 survival too. I guess that's better. Put them back in this order. Alright, so that's Soul Bad Guy. Right, so he's off. We'll stay in the grass. Yeah. Since I'm probably gonna trigger Eye of the Storm, I will go with Bond next, and I will search the Nightmare Tree. So we get a 4 for the Nightmare Tree. 3 to 5. Tangled in hairy grass, we get knocked down. Alright, nothing special. Get to do that once per survivor per showdown. So her usage of that is up, and that's okay. Then we'll go with Painwheel next, and we will have her 1, 2, 3, 4 come here. So Eye of the Storm doesn't affect her with the knockback, and we will attack with Painwheel. Before I attack with Painwheel, I will get +1 strength with Embolden. Will Embolden. Oh, my dice is over here. Let's see if I get the survival back. Now I'll call that a crack. That's over the line. And that just kind of dropped. Okay, it was meant to be a 3. I'll reset the camera. It looks like it's getting a little stuck. So we lose our survival. We gain a strength token. And then we'll whack the Phoenix with that counterweighted axe. Get a perfect hit, a 9, and a 5. 5 misses. Perfect hit with her doesn't do anything, right? Yeah, doesn't do anything. Not, oh right, it would if I had a red attached to that. So perfect hit, 9, 2 locations. Get the belly. And we get the something or another. What is a wing sphincter? I am curious. Alright, belly. Get a 3. 3 and 4, that's a 7. 8, 9, 10. We do cause a wound on the belly. No rewind, nothing. No reaction effects or critical wound effects. And then we'll go for the sphincter. Definitely wound the sphincter. So People in the Eye of the Storm gain 1 insanity. That'll be Painwheel, and that will be Eddie. Everyone else suffers knockback 7 and bash, and that was another wound. Okay, I wish I made that explode. Kind of, but oh well. We almost have a fairly clean Phoenix fight here. So 1, 2, 3. You would think she wouldn't be affected because she's behind a tree, but I don't think that's how that works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's already knocked down. And then 1, 2, knocked down. Alright. So that was Painwheel's turn. And then Eddie can still go. There's no point in me scrying that deck. So what I will do... 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll move over here since I can't get behind it. I could go Devastating, can't I? Alright, we're gonna Embolden. Get the +1 strength token. We will lose our survival. Then I will overcharge. We will get rid of that +1 strength token. I will gain a survival back for that. And then I will attack with my Fist and Tooth. I hit on a 7 because I'm not in the blind spot. Oh man, we got a hit. Now, I'm not in the blind spot. I don't get a +4 for this. Oh shit, I forgot about that. Damn, I'm an idiot. You know what? That's fine. We'll just get blown away unless I crit. I should have stood in front of it. I don't know why I forgot. Another Eye of the Storm effect was on top. We get a 1, so I fail. I don't wound, so I don't have to worry about Eye of the Storm. Okay. that's just as well. This gives me time to find the death hit location and try to manipulate that. And it gives me time to get in with the K-Tar. Alright, so Phoenix's turn. He's done. The Phoenix will peck. So both pecks are what's left. Last threat to wound in range would be Painwheel. Okay, so Painwheel gets an age token. And then she gets pecked. 2 dice, 1 damage each. Hits on, I think, 5s. I'm gonna call those both cracks. So we have an 8, and we have... I'll call an 8. It's close enough. So 2 hits. Alright. We will dodge 1. Let's find out which one. And then we are gonna lose our armor in the other location. So body... No. Well, we'll definitely dodge 1. Definitely dodging one of those. Rawhide. Lose the survival. Down to 1. And our armor gets destroyed, and then we take 2 to the body. So heavy damage. Oh no, we take 1 to the body. 1. He has a minus damage. 1. Yeah, alright. Destroyed our armor though. Not a big deal. And then he will Zeal. Basic, closest threat in range. That's a tie. Evens odds. We want odds. We got odds. So he's going after Eddie. 2 dice. Hits on 7s. Got 1 hit. I'll just dodge that. I won't roll to see where it is. We'll rawhide that back. No, we won't. We'll lose it. Okay. And then I'll dash to get out of the way of the Razor Wind, which I will get that back. Isn't Thrill Seeker awesome with Rawhide? One of the best combinations in the game for just spending survival egregiously, as it were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll come over here. Okay. That'll end the Phoenix's turn, so it's our go. I'm gonna take a drink real quick and think about what I want to do. Okay. Scry. Glorious Eye is a rewind effect, which is a problem. Interface. This is what we want to manipulate. Yeah, this one's pretty awesome. Deathblow location with a -2 to get it as well. So as long as I don't roll 1, I can nearly guarantee this occurs. Glorious Hands. Alright, we have a problem because she has age token and she can probably get rid of it. Probably. He's got 2 age tokens, but he probably can't get rid of them. So we're gonna have to do this the slow and steady way. We want this to be last. We want this. Okay. Third card is Death Blow. I have a plan. Get into the grass here. That was his turn. I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll move here and we will scream. 1, 2, 3, and 4. She was insane beforehand, so her movement is 6 for the turn. I'll just have to keep that in mind. Okay. The next thing that I want to do, we'll go with Eddie. We are going to embolden. We are going to get our survival back, so Thrill Seeker will gain 1. I will overcharge, so I won't put the strength token down. Overcharge will lose that, so we have Devastating now. He does have an AI card, he's got 2, good. We will attack. Come on, Eddie. All you gotta do is get a 6. Oh, we got a 6, and it's inside the thing. I'm gonna keep it. So we get a hit. And if I could just not roll a 1, there's no way for me to fail this. Alright, we get a 5. Sneak attack and his 4 natural strength. Oh wait, that should be gone. We emboldened first and then got rid of that. If that was still there, then I would have overcharged first and emboldened second. So if that's the case, I should have that extra 1, but that's not what I said, so I shouldn't have it. And we still cause a wound. It's 3 and 4 and 1 and 5. So way over 10, no crits, no Phoenix Finger from me. I didn't really harvest many resources from this thing, but we will do devastating damage to this. With that, he does 2 basic attacks. Now, he has to always go after the closest threat. She has 6 movement right now. I only get 1 dash at a time, so we're about to get blown away a lot. 1, 2, 3. If I play my cards right, who has the ability that picks somebody up right away? Anybody? Anybody? You? No. Okay. So now's my chance to I'm not gonna well, I'm gonna get 1 K-Tar proficiency, but I'm not gonna get 2. He can't get the damage in, just that's just the way the fight's gonna play out. I really need him not to fuck up. I believe in him. Okay. We'll end their turn. They all went. She's just gonna move and then relax. So Phoenix's turn. Basic action. At Painwheel. Yeah, he is lined up with her still. 2 dice. Gets on 7s. 2 misses. Razor Wind occurs. Now, I have to dash out of the way the first one, so Painwheel takes the second hit. Can't dash out of the way the second one, though. You only get 1 dash per round. And that's my last survival anyway, so this is gonna end up perfect. Alright, so we'll be there. Phoenix will Zeal. And then basic action again, closest threat. I believe, since it's a perfect diagonal, I could choose where I want him to go. And it doesn't matter because I can get behind him no matter what. But we'll put him here. It's claiming Game of Death rules. He doesn't want to show his back to him. So 2 more dice. Reroll this. 3 misses. Well, that looks like a crack, actually. That's that. Alright, that kind of dropped. And then this looks like a crack. Yeah, that's a crack. It was on the in-between. Come on, Phoenix. I'm giving you a chance to hit me. Alright, 7 hits. 7 is what he needs to hit. So he gets 1 hit. We'll keep that since he wasn't knocked down. It's 1 hit to the body. Can't dodge. So we'll take a body damage. It's amazing how he can't stand on top of the tall grass. 1 damage to the body. This is heavy. We're gonna get knocked down anyway. We'll get blown away by the Razor Wind. Knocked down. And another bleeding token, which makes 2. Okay, so that's the Phoenix's turn. So our turn, what I'm going to do, I guess I could scream again, but maybe I shouldn't have everyone be insane. Our turn, we're going to scry the hit location deck. I really wanted to farm the tree, but I'm not going to. We're just going to go for the kill. I didn't mean to shuffle that. I hit R by accident. Okay. I'm going to search through this deck. I don't care. I know that death location was on top. This was on top, and something else was on top. Let me just look around. It wasn't a rewind. It was a rewind location. In fact, I think it was the Glorious Head. I didn't mean to hit the R button. But then the third card can be random. I milled... Yeah, it was the hands. It was a rewind because I said they couldn't attack it, and it was an interface. So the third card should be this, I guess. We'll put the death blow on top. And I guess we'll put the rewind. Well, what does this say? Okay, that doesn't help me. If I roll a 1 to wound, then I'm just not going to be able to death blow the Phoenix this time. So Eddie, it's up to you. Yeah, I'm not going to. I could try to harvest this tree for more stuff, but I'd rather get the death blow. What is over here? Oh, that's where the Phoenix's basic card went. Okay. I just noticed that there. How did that get over there? When did I put that there? I don't remember putting that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll get right in the middle of him's back. I will embolden. I don't think I need it, but we'll do it just because. So +1 strength token. Oh, that's why I had 4. He has 3 natural strength. Punch! The Phoenix! We do get a hit! All you need is a 2. Or higher. I didn't even need to embolden. You only need to beat an 8. I beat an 8 just with the 4 and the... Whatever. Can't roll a 1. 1 fails. Okay, good job. 7 is not a crit. I don't think crit matters here. No. So the Phoenix is dead. Good first fight. Good job, guys. Pats on the back, everyone. Congratulations, me. Good work. High fives. Good job. We didn't age too hard except for Pain Wheel a little bit, which is alright in my book. I'll just leave the Phoenix here. Move everybody, and then we'll read this Death Blow card. So you get a lot of cool stuff for death blowing the Phoenix. This is why everyone likes to scry Cat Eye Circlet OPOP. Alright, if the Phoenix is killed at this location, its brain explodes. A shimmering rainbow appears in a spray of blood, revealing secrets of the future. The survivors rejoice, and the moment changes them forever. All of them gain 1 understanding, 1 courage, 1 additional hunt experience, and then 1 weapon proficiency, which will be an additional weapon proficiency. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is the death blow stuff, and then I'll go back. So courage, understanding, experience, weapon XP. Courage, understanding, experience, XP, courage, understanding, experience, which is age, and that's beautiful. We're gonna be 2 away. So age 3 for Mr. Eddie Gordo, the one punch master. Got 14. I'm lucky the Phoenix didn't have his, or at least I didn't see his 1 card that automatically spiral ages. So 14 enhanced senses, get a random fighting art. I feel like I always get a random fighting art from this chart. I wonder if they're gonna... I wonder if Poots will redesign this chart. Alright, now that we don't really want with him. So here's the thing. Sneak attack, stupid useful. I have to get rid of sneak attack because I want to archive this and this. For Fist and Tooth Masters of the Future, we can always get sneak attack back with an endeavor. So we have to lose 1 and take vengeance in its place. We'll do that. That was him. And then courage, understanding, 1 weapon XP and a hunt XP. Alright, then we gain our normal rewards. So hunt XP, weapon XP for you. Hunt, weapon. Hunt, weapon. And unfortunately, he doesn't get a weapon. We couldn't get in with him, that's fine. Alright, good job, guys. Good job. Nice death blow. Put this here. Put these 4 together. Put them here. These here. We only get 4 Phoenix resources, unfortunately. This was a really shitty fight in terms of Phoenix resources, because I didn't crit anything. We got rainbow poop. Interesting. A beak, halo, and a finger. When you gain this, the survivor of your choice gains 3 insanity. Well, since we're going to be doing this again, I'll definitely let him gain insanity. Because him removing age tokens is a prerogative in the future. I'll just delete the spiral age cards, the extras. And then we get 4 basic resources. Very good hunt. Did I get an organ? Okay, technically yes, but I don't want to use Phoenix resources for innovating. But we have spare. I've got spare organs. I don't have to worry. So pretty good stuff. And then we get something else. We get the Plumery. First time a Phoenix is defeated, gain the Plumery settlement location. Survivors with age tokens gain 1 understanding. Okay, so there's 2 of them. Eddie and Painwheel. Eddie and Painwheel. I forgot about that addition. So Painwheel gained an insight. This is a showdown phase insight, and then Eddie gained the same thing. They're the only 2 that had tokens. So I forget what showdown insight even is. That's not something. Well, showdown insight is kind of doable. It's analyzed. They got analyze. All right. So Painwheel and Eddie get a bonus of some sort. Reroll this. She gets a 2. And he gets a crack because damn cards are in the way now. Alright, he gets a 9. So 2. Ignore the next severe injury this showdown, not a big deal. 9. Gain a permanent accuracy. That's cool for the Fist and Tooth Master. If I could just get a speed, maybe I should have him eat the poop. Yeah, right. I'm gonna play Eddie very safe. Oh, if murder comes up, I need to make sure he's not the oldest person. If he gets murdered, he gets elected to murder. Could the murderer murder themselves if they have Skull Eater and the most XP? We're not gonna draw murder. Fuck that. I don't want murder. Please don't draw murder. Alright, I think we're done. The only thing is I didn't copy these, did I? No. Alright. With that, I think we're done with the Phoenix. Okay, some of his cards didn't go in. That shouldn't be an issue. I don't know why they weren't sucked back up. If I have to rebuild the deck, I can. It should be safe to just delete these. So hopefully everything is fine. I'll worry about that later. Alright. Let me get my stuff. Right, I have to rebuild some things. I guess I don't need to rebuild the Beast K-Tar. I could, but I don't need to. Can't this tooth. Can't this bone, iron, scrap, belt, and then organ, bone, beak, We get the plumery. So we have access to Phoenix gear, and then we get 4 endeavors. I need to take out the analyze card. So much to do. So much to do. Pinwheel and Eddie. Please don't draw murder. Don't ruin my good time today. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Eddie's got so much going on for him. I just need him to do 2 more easy hunts, like against the Screaming Antelope again or something, and just don't draw murder. Who? Alright, we have to do a settlement event. Dark Trader. I'm cool with this. Corpulent man reclines on a chair, carried on the backs of 4 cloaked men. He offers to sell the settlement many crappy treasures. Each item may be purchased once. Alright. I'm really curious if anyone has stories to share of them buying the strange brew. Or, excuse me, the shiny, sexy, jeweled thong. Because I would never, ever buy either of those with the ratio of getting a 10. The pink stone is the only thing that's worth getting on this event. The other 2 are beyond a joke. They're not even, like, worth humoring an attempt, in my opinion. But I'm curious if anyone's ever done it before. Okay. So, Dark Trader, update timeline. It is year 9. Nothing's going on. Glory to us. Alright, we've got... I'm going to take all this stuff out. We'll do the settlement phase now. So, there might be... Let me look at the time. Alright, we've been going for 2 hours. I'm just going to display this stuff. I will keep going. This one will be live. I don't want to pause for this video. But if you guys are done with the showdown, thanks for watching. We might be like another... I have a lot of resources to spend, so I might be a little bit thinking. Take a little bit while thinking. So with that, please bear with me. If you want to watch, you're welcome to stay. Otherwise, I'll remember those are there. What else do we have? That's all acanthus. Okay, well, I'm going to turn these 3 acanthus into dried acanthus. At the very least, we'll do that. And I'll just leave these in storage over here for now. I will take these out, though. I want to be able to look at them. We have 3 iron, 4 iron, 2 broken lanterns. Okay. First, we want to innovate bone, hide, organ, endeavor. Let's innovate. We do have symposium, right? Yeah, we do. Bloodletting, good for plague. Sauna shrine. Honestly, I would like sauna shrine. Sauna shrine would be pretty dank. Aqua aerobics, which I forget what that does. And drums, which I do kind of want for Song of the Brave to get into my possession. I don't even remember what new Song of the Brave does. Aqua aerobics. Underwater train. 1, you drown. 2 to 7, spend 1 survival. Hold your breath and roll again. If you can't, your lungs fill with water and you drown. Oh, Is that asking the player to hold their breath and roll again? Is that what that is? Hold your breath and roll again. If you can't, your lungs fill with water and you drown. Or is it just saying to roll again? No, it's gotta be asking the player to do that. I was thinking of working on a possible video game version of Kingdom Death, not being in this universe, but mechanics heavily inspired from this game. Just as a video game multiplayer, I wouldn't be able to make fun cards like this because there'd be no way for the game to know what you're doing. But that's hilarious. And drums are good. They're better. Bloodletting protects me from plague. I'm just gonna assume that I can avoid plague for at least another few hunts. Sauna Shrine is super tempting. Like, ridiculously tempting. Drums introduces some new mechanics to 1.5. Basically, you just pay an endeavor and you get to automatically gain 2 insanity, or to get 2 survival if you need it, which, honestly, you'd never need. The only time you would want to get 2 survival, you combine new drums with nightmare training. For, like, if you wanted to keep someone home, say you're getting fist and tooth. I did this in my old campaign. You have nightmare training, you're just trying to get the weapon XP through training. Then drums is really good at helping with that, especially since you can drum more than once per settlement phase with the same person. So if they need survival, it's good for that situation. Otherwise, that sucks. Third thing is you get Rhythm Chaser Fighting Art, which I forget what that does. That's a new fighting art in 1.5, I think. Or you can get Synchronized Attack Secret Fighting Art. 2 people need to get that in order for it to work, but it's okay. It's just a way to situationally add more strength to someone's attack. I don't think it's really that great. The only reason to get drums would be for drum consequences. I can hold off on Sauna Shrine for now. I'm gonna get drums. So I would like Song of the Brave. I forget what the new Song of the Brave does, but I can look at it now that we're gonna add it to the deck. Oh, I forgot to delete this. So this was from when I reset. I didn't take that back out. So we have the Forbidden Dance is the same, but Song of the Brave is the 1.5 Song of the Brave. Survivors lift their voices into darkness. At the start of the showdown, all non-death survivors may remove 1 negative attribute token. All non-death survivors may always select Path of the Brave during the Overwhelming Darkness story event. Yeah. So that's better than it was before. It used to just give you +1 to Overwhelming Darkness. Now everyone gets Path of the Brave. So these are added to the deck. I do want Song of the Brave. We're going to need it soon. Possibly. I am curious though. 1 for Brave is just to spend all survival or die option, which is, yeah. So you have a 10% chance to lose all your survival as opposed to 30, because everyone's insane all the time. So Song of the Brave, that's my main objective. Definitely want to get that next year if I luck out and draw 4 out of 12, so I have a 33% chance to get it next year. Anyway. So with that, I actually will end the video now. I have to figure out what Phoenix resources do me any good. Did I get a whisker? I did not get a whisker. We got a halo. We got some poop. We got a beak and a finger. The finger can make me a spear. I can make the finger of God, which is a decent spear. What else does the finger make? Real quick. I need hollow wing bones. A whisker. I need whiskers. Yeah, we're about to be fighting a lot of Phoenix. Because we need his shit. I can't wait till I can tackle a level 2 Phoenix, but I won't jump the gun yet. Not until everyone has armor. This is the stuff I'm probably going to be making. I didn't get small feathers though, or tail feathers, did I? Nobody got feathers? Damn, I didn't crit any of his hit locations. That's kind of a shitty fight in terms of harvesting resources. So I can't make any Phoenix armor, which I believe is the best armor my guys can do. Feather shield I can't even make. There's a lot of stuff I can't make. So I will figure out, or I can make an hours ring. That's a big deal. I will figure out what I'm doing. And then I'll come back and we'll do the settlement phase more quickly. I do have a lot to consider. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll probably fight the Phoenix again. I don't think I'm gonna bring Eddie to do it, though. I think Eddie is gonna cash in on this stuff. Maybe wait for nightmare training, or after 2 years, I'll have Eddie fight we'll fight a level 2 antelope, something nice and safe to get mastery of Fist and Tooth. We have time to grind it out. As long as I don't draw murder again. I don't know what Birth of Color is going to do, so next year should be pretty interesting. Alright. Take care, everyone, and happy hunting in your own campaigns.